Fiancé proposes with a do la 38 Temu ring now. I'm wondering if I should marry him. Am either for wanting a better ring and questioning our future? Original post. My 27 female fiancé, 29 male, proposed to me a few weeks ago. It caught me completely by surprise, but we've been together for 3 years and things have been going great. So I was really excited and said yes. I really liked the ring when I first saw it, and my friends and family all think it is stunning. It's an oval cut with diamonds across the base. I asked where he got it, and he wouldn't tell me where, but that he got a great deal on it. I didn't think anything of it until yesterday when we were in bed, and I asked him if it was diamond or moissanite, mainly out of curiosity. I don't have a preference, by the way. He said he didn't know and would have to look it up. When I glanced over at his phone, he was in the Temu app. I asked him if he got it from there, and he didn't respond, so I asked again, and he responded with something like, "Does it matter?" and left the room and ended up sleeping on the couch. I spent all night so confused. Today, I decided to download the app and look up my ring. I found one that looks identical. I found the exact ring, and it's listed at $38. I am mad. He makes good money, $200K a year, and I feel like he could have shelled out some money for a ring better than one on Temu. Am I the for telling him I don't want it? Ava's comments and thoughts. Okay, I'm not mad that the diamonds are not real, but I worry about the quality of the ring because I imagine my engagement ring to at least. It's fine for now, but I have a hard time believing it'll last longer than a year if it's $38 on Temu. Commenter, not the butt face. That thing might turn your finger green. He's lucky you don't have a sensitive tie to fake metals like some do. He makes good money but bought a $38 ring. Is he cheap with other things? Where this discount shopping isn't a new thing for him, and he's just an all-around penny pincher. My first thought was, did he not spend the money because he doesn't want to expect this to last? Ava, oh yeah, let me pro VY to some more context. Really, he's never been overly frugal. I'm probably more frugal than he is. Neither of us are huge spenders, but we each make enough to not have to strictly budget. We have our own accounts and split rent equally. I know he has at least $100K across his SA, VY, NGS investment. We go out for drinks a few times a week, and we'll go to concerts together and whatnot frequently. We travel a few times a year and stay in basic accommodations. Like, our DoorDash the other night was $40. My ring costs less than DoorDashing did. Commenter, you are not the butt face, but what we all really want to know is whether or not you would still marry him if he replaces the Ava. Oops, the responses to this have made me even more confused. People saying it could be a loyalty test, that he doesn't want me to be able to sell it if we divorce, or that he doesn't plan to be with me for long. I have a pit in my stomach. I haven't considered breaking things off, but that was before I wrote this. I was thinking maybe he was just not thinking or rushed getting the ring, or maybe he genuinely thought he was getting a great deal on a high-quality ring. I'm not sure at this point. I plan to confront him when he gets back from work in a couple hours. The ring itself, the response to this is just absolutely insane. Sorry, I'm VYing a hard time keeping up with responses. A few of y'all want to see the ring, so here it is if you want to look it up. I'm still waiting for him to get home. Seller, Liza, Gem 1C moissanite ring, women's wedding band suitable for banquet, party, official occasion, holiday, Valentine's Day proposal, engagement, wedding gift, anniversary gift, birthday gift with certificate. I guess it technically is moissanite. Update post. After reading responses from my first post on the AITA subreddit, it got taken down. I was freaking out a bit. He came home while I was FaceTiming a friend about this. I hung up with her and then talked to him for an hour or so. He apologized for sleeping on the couch and that he needed time to think. He doesn't see eye to eye with me on my concerns about the ring and says he did research and that it was highly rated. He says if the ring breaks, he will replace it, but didn't say it would be higher quality. I have people messaging me that the ring could be harmful to my health and that Temu has horrible standards for their jewelry and labor issues. So now I really don't want to wear it. He left and went to his brother's house. Usually I'd go with him, but things are just tense. Am I the butt face for telling him I still don't want it? Some of Ava's comments. Commenter, kind of tough because had you not found out it was from Temu, would you be upset? Ava, to be honest, if I hadn't found out it was from Temu, I probably wouldn't be upset, but when it INEVY tably breaks or tarnishes, the truth would come out. Now that I know, it has completely changed how I feel about the ring, even if it aesthetically doesn't look too bad. Commenter, did this come as a shock? Or is he normally cheap and thoughtless? Ava, he's not normally cheap or thoughtless. He's genuinely a great guy. which is making this harder to not VY gay. He started making me feel really guilty and materialistic today when we talked about this. And I can see his point of VYEW, but I'm just confused. It feels like Temu is at the bottom of the barrel. I'd be happy with a cheap, decent quality ring from Etsy or anywhere else. I don't really care about the price itself. It's more about the quality and feeling like he doesn't really value me the way I thought he did. Ava addresses several commenters asking if he thinks she is a gold digger. This was her most comprehensive response. Ava, I want to clear up these gold digger rumors because this isn't only about the cost of the. I only mention these things for context, not because I feel he owes me something in return. When I met him, I was making just overdue La 100K, and he was working part-time and doing an internship, bringing in significantly less than. He totaled his car early on in our relationship, and I happily drove him to his work every morning on the way to my work when he didn't have a car. When his mom got sick and went on hospice, I immediately canceled all of my travel plans and holiday plans with my family and sat with him, VY citing her every day for months. I helped with funeral arrangements. I helped plan his brother's wedding. I even loaned him money for a new car once he started his new job. He did pay me back, by the way. He moved in with me recently, and most everything in the home is mine that I paid for prior to the relationship, furniture, etc. I have paid for so many plane tickets for our travels, concert tickets, etc., that I've never asked him to pay back and never will. That's what a relationship is. I genuinely care for him. He has done similar gestures for me and is more than willing to spend money on dates, believe it or not. I'm not this greedy woman sitting here excited to get his money. I have my own. Have they ever been ring shopping? Ava, we never went ring shopping. The proposal was a surprise to me. We'd casually discussed getting married in the future for the past year or so, but he never asked about my taste in rings, so I was kind of thinking that it happened before the engagement. I actually like the style of the ring, but now that I know it's from Temu, I can't look at it the same way. Mini update. I'm literally just sitting here refreshing your comments, trying to figure out what to do next. He texted to let me know the plans of staying at his brother's for the weekend and is taking Friday off. It's not crazy abnormal since he's been watching football over there, but I feel like he's avoiding me now. I'm trying not to be pushy about the situation, and I'll give him some space, but now I'm just in my head about all of it and regretting my initial. It's just a dumb ring, and maybe I've read into it too much. The only other time we've had an argument like this, it was resolved within a couple hours, so I'm not used to this BHA VY or from him. Update to update. He came home this morning while I was in a work-from-home meeting. These comments made my head spin all night. I got like 3 hours of sleep, so I had admitted I may be in the wrong for bringing up his finance, but I did regarding the gold digger rumors. When we met, I was making more than him and often paying for his high-paying job is a recent development. I have my own money and don't need it. I asked him what was going on, if there was anything he needed to tell me, if he was testing me by doing this. Well, that really set him off. What kind of person do you think I am? You think I'm a cheapskate? A liar? You OBVY usly think really poorly of me. But still, he never gave me a reason, so I asked why he was deflecting every question to VY Timeize himself and to avoid my question. He tried to leave again, so I tried de-escalating and told him, I see where you're coming from, but I need to know if he still loves me. He was immediately apologetic and still wants to get married. He said I can just pick my ring out and buy it with my own money. He said he's sick of talking about this, and it's water under the bridge now. He's acting like his normal self again since this conversation. I hear him out there skipping around and humming to himself, all happily, and it's actually pissing me off. Maybe I'm being dramatic, but I don't think I can handle a marriage with someone like this. For the next story. Story 2. Fiancé took our dog for a walk while I was getting ready for dinner, and it led to a heated argument. Am I the butt face? Original post. It feels ridiculous to ask about this, but I'm starting to think I'm missing some key bit of information here. I guess I'm asking that if I am, why? Because it wasn't my intention, and I certainly would like to prevent it from happening. This Friday, my husband and I had reservations at her favorite restaurant because her birthday is right around the corner. We had a party planned, but this was supposed to be our night together alone. The way the reservation was set up, I would come home from work, change, and immediately drive there, as it's around an hour and a half by car. Yes, we live in hick country. Yes, I'm a hick, and no, we are Temu VYing. That I've been made aware of. LOL, the day had gone great so far, and from what I knew, everything was going according to plan. I got home, and she's behind schedule getting ready. This is not something that happens for her ever, and I was surprised, but the reason wasn't her fault, and it was barely a 20-minute deviation. However, I was just waiting by the door during that time, and the dog decided he needed out, so I took him for a walk around our yard. It took maybe 5 minutes, and I cleaned everything up and had him put up before my wife was ready. We made it to the dinner reservation by the skin of our teeth, and that was that. We had a great date, and I would have never known she was upset with me until the next morning when she said that she had never known me to be so impatient, which confused me, and she rolled her eyes and said she noticed that I took the dog for a walk before we left to make her hurry, and that she just didn't want to let my bad mood ruin it. I had been in a great mood and told her so, but she refused to believe it and got pretty angry, which I haven't been able to calm her down for to even talk about all this. I really don't understand what I've done wrong here. I don't know what to do. Am I the butt face? Owen's comments. Commenter, not the butt face. It sounds like she may really be annoyed about something else. Try talking again to see if you can get under the real issue. Did something happen at work, or did she have another expectation that was not met? Owen, not that she talked about. The day went pretty well from what I know, but I'll definitely try to talk to her about her job. She hasn't had any trouble from this lot yet that I know of, but it is a newer job, and there may be things I don't know. Thank you. I probably wouldn't have ever connected that it could be related to work. Commenter, not the butt face. Can you lay it out clearly for your wife that you don't understand what went wrong? Hell, maybe just show her this post. I'm assuming the anger is out of character for her, so a conversation is a good idea. Owen, yeah, neither of us are angry people. That's the biggest reason I posted. She's been pretty annoyed with me before, but this is different. Commenter, yeah, that's very odd then. There might be some other stuff brewing under the surface, or she was just really tired that day. Owen, someone mentioned work stuff, and I'm going to ask about that. She did start a new job not too long ago, and even though she hasn't said anything to me, it's new enough that I wouldn't know. Commenter, I am not seeing anything that you did wrong here. Do you know why she was 20 minutes late getting dressed? Maybe the reason she was late getting ready is tied to what made her get upset. Taking the dog out was not wrong. It isn't like you walked around the block. You stayed in your own yard. Owen, yeah, she had gotten ready at our neighbor and her friend's house up a small hill and walked back over, but took a tumble on the way. She wasn't hurt at all, but she had to change her dress and fix her hair. Not the first time she's fallen like that, and I worry about it, but she says it isn't a big commenter. My dad used to do this action every time we went out. This is his silent way of telling us, hurry up, don't make me wait. Maybe someone did this to your wife in the past, so she got irritated when you... Oh, no, huh? Yeah, she's never said anything about that, but I can see how that would have ticked her off in that case. Thank you so much for the ad VYC, and I should edit that thanks into the post. Less than 20 comments, and almost every one of them have brought up something I didn't think of. Commenter, not the butt face. Maybe she has an undiagnosed UTI, or she's unaware that she's pregnant and hormonal. If this is not normal, then those are the first two medical options. After that, she has built up resentment over something, or this is a trigger from her childhood. Owen, oh, a UTI, those are pretty dangerous. I think that's what put my mom in the hospital last time. Do you think that's really a possibility? Update post. Hello, I feel weird updating, but I have good news and want to share somewhere. And here seems as good a place as right now. And actually, I wanted to thank everyone for commenting and the people who reached out privately with AdVYC. You really helped me calm down and figure out how to approach talking about this while seeing where my wife could have been coming from. One person even called exactly what was going on, something I dismissed right away, stupidly. So I came home the next day and brought home pizza from her favorite spot in town, which we never get because of crowds, because I figured even if I wasn't outright wrong, there was no reason not to make the conversation. So after dinner, I asked about the dog again, and after a lot of back and forth and crying that I'll skip explaining, she explained that for the past week or so, she had been feeling weirdly emotional, and she couldn't explain it. Some people had mentioned some things here about different health stuff that could cause those sorts of symptoms, and I got pretty nervous and got her in at her doctor's office within a couple of days. Well, imagine our embarrassment walking out 5 minutes after getting in and doing a test we could have done at home for like $20 without including insurance coverage. She's going to talk to her therapist about meeting every week for a while she adjusts and deals with hormonal change. We've been laughing about it now because it never crossed our minds she could have been pregnant. Someone commented on it, but I still didn't believe it because I am dumb. Never mind that we're both in our 20s or that she switched birth control like 2 months ago and we may or may not have had unprotected sex. Anyway, as stupid as we may be, we are still excited but waiting until the 12-week mark to tell our family. However, I've been itching to tell someone and can't wait any longer. So here's an update. Haha, wife approved because it's anonymous. Thanks again for the help. I appreciate it a lot even if I didn't take the ad VYC of the person who was right. Commenter, congrats, and maybe still have that talk with your neighbor about the path to make sure she stays safe. Owen, already working on it. The neighbor isn't against the idea, just against paying for it. Haha, which is no problem for me since I'm the only one complaining. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more shocking real-life stories happening around.